another episode of the Pride of the North Sports with me, your host, previewing and post-game review and comments and opinions on the Michigan Wolverines. This week, or week 2, they battled the UNLV Rebels. Was not much of a contest from start to finish. It was Michigan imposing their will from the interior to the outside. Another great game by McCarthy. 88% throwing attempt completion. The guy is awesome. Almost after this season, he's ready to go to the NFL. But I know a lot of Wolverine fans say, hold that boat, not yet. And I say the same thing. I do not want to see him go until after his senior year, because I want him to bring a couple national championships to Ann Arbor. But we know if he wants to go to the NFL, he's going to go to the NFL. That's just how it is. It's always been like that. But the kid is amazing. He's a great leader. He's poised in the pocket. He's a great teammate. I have not seen a better teammate than McCarthy at quarterback. I've seen some other great players that have been great teammates at other positions, but not at quarterback. This guy is a leader. He helps his team get better. He's poised under pressure. He will let you know. He'll pick you up if you're down. He will let you know what he needs out of you. Absolutely a phenomenal leader and talent at the quarterback position for these Wolverines. Now, I'm not concerned about the running game, but Corum and Edwards have kind of underperformed these last couple weeks. I believe they not necessarily Corum per se. I would look like a little bit more out of him, but that's because the offensive line is not performing to the standards the last couple of years that we know they have at offensive line at Ann Arbor. So is it the running backs or is it the offensive line? I think it's more of the offensive line is underperforming. So, but Edwards, though, I believe needs to get it rolling too, though. He's missed some holes. He's not running with authority like he did last year. And I would like to see his confidence get a boost maybe in the Bowling Green game that's coming this week. And we will preview that matchup for the Wolverines coming up later in the show. But Edwards needs some confidence. I think he's lost a little bit of it, and he needs to kind of get in a rhythm like Corum and get it going. But that will come when the offensive line gets going in the trenches too. They're underperforming. Let's just say that they're underperforming. Yes, they're protecting McCarthy and giving Corum some running holes, but I still think they're not. They should have blew the UNLV defensive line off the ball, and they weren't doing that. And they weren't doing that in the first week. So they just need to be better, as we know they are. They are all going to go to the NFL. They're all great, really good or great offensive linemen. So, but One other thing on the offensive side, or two more things on the offensive side that I was very impressed and I would like to see more of, is the tight end, wide receivers getting the ball down the field a lot more. Because I believe if they can stretch the field, Corum and Edwards are going to have an easier time with the Penn State and Ohio State and Michigan State game, which Michigan State is on a free fall right now to begin with because their coach is suspended and everything else. So not really worried about Michigan State anymore. They're not the team they were about 10 years ago. So, but when you're going to play Penn State, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Ohio State, your big hogs up front need to take control of the trenches, and they're not doing that, and they need to. But that if they call more passing plays to spread out the defense, maybe that offensive line can get in to a blocking rhythm and a cohesive blocking rhythm. It might be better. I don't know. We'll see as the Bowling Green and the Big Ten schedule heats up, gets rolling in a couple weeks for the Wolverines. So, but I was very impressed with Roman and some of the other wide receivers, that they were just phenomenal, Bell, Johnson, anything that was being thrown by McCarthy to them, they were catching it. Unlike the last couple of years, they are doing the job. They're experienced, and they are acting like they have experience, and they're acting like they're senior guys on this Wolverine team. And McCarthy is lucky to have these wide receivers, these tight ends. I mean, I really, really like Loveland. He's going to be... he might be the next great tight end to go to the NFL. I mean, that's how good I think Loveland is. He's a talent. He's a beast. He's their prototypical pro tight end right now. He can catch. He can block. He can, run a screen. He can. They even ran a couple reverses with him. So he's athletic enough to do that. Gonzalez, Kelsey, and Gronkowski, watch out, man. I think your records might be coming down with Loveland when he gets to the NFL. I know that's a big, tall order to fill, big shoes to fill, but I think Loveland is up for the task. He's going to be better than Jake Butt that came out a couple years ago, and I like Jake Butt as a tight end coming out of Michigan. He was a very reliable tight end for the Wolverines his time here. So let's just say that was a good performance by him. Now, defensively, they need to shore a few things up on the back end, gel it a little bit more, but it's going to come with more reps. They're talented. They're well coached. They got the talent. They got the experience. It's just getting back to a groove for them. The linebackers, are magnificent. I like the front four big time. I mean, I really like the front four. Jennings, Awang Hanaha, I'm not saying his name wrong. You guys can curse me if you want, but those guys, man, in the interior line are doing a hell of a job. They're getting the pressure they need, and they're going to need that when they play the bigger schools in the Big Ten, when the Big Ten schedule gets going in a couple of weeks. So, but I mean, they're going to be good. Coming up this week, we got Bowling Green, another win. Maybe not as big of a blowout as the UNLV. I still think it might be a 35 to 42 point game, but I think Bowling Green will probably score maybe 10 to 14 points on that defense. That's about it. Not much to win a game. It's not going to be a contest. To be honest with you, they don't pose a big threat to Michigan because they actually, I believe, Bowling Green actually played Georgia, and they really didn't do nothing against Georgia either. They held in for maybe the first 5 minutes, and that's about it. And then Georgia started rolling on them. So, and I don't expect anything less from Michigan rolling over Bowling Green. I know, poor Bowling Green, but it is what it is, right? So, let's just say about 35, 42 points, with McCarthy probably throwing about 3 touchdowns, Corum rushing for 2. I think the defense is going to have a score in that. So, and Edwards is going to get rolling. He's going to have, I think, 100 yards or more rushing. So, let's go 42-10. Wolverines go 3-0 on week 3. It's going to be a great start to the season. Then we can get into the Big Ten, really see some good action, some better games, better opponents, and really root for our Wolverines. So go blue, and I will talk to you guys next week after the Bowling Green game, and I will preview the game, the next week 4 game after the Bowling Green game. For now, have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and that's it. Have a good one, everybody.